So for Sol, having made it past Maximoff, looking pretty strong in doing so. I really liked seeing that. Hagen took down Rasec, right? That's who sent Rasec down to the loser side. That also was a 2-0. So we have two players coming off of the 2-0s just from pretty opposite sides.
Mm-hmm. And you're seeing the way that Rasec had played prior in his winner's run against Hagen. Kind of got neutralized in the offensive department. I think Sol pretty much lives in that department as well. Like, you had the manager with Lucia. Now you get pretty much like the associate manager with Seth. I feel like that character can be just as offensive, right? The counter pokes can be just as strong. May not be like as movement heavy, but I think the air approach is going to be more than enough to kind of reconsider your approach on defense or even offense, right? There's just so much that Seth can do in terms of counter poking and changing up the trajectory. I really want to know what Rasec is going to have in store for another offensive archetype.
Yeah, as Dictator, of course, you have many strengths, but anti-air is not one of them. And so
not anymore after crouching heavy punch or crouching
the crouching jab. Yeah. I mean, he has tools, right? So you typically see people just go to the sky for air to air or something, early crouching fierce, but not one of his strengths. And for Seth, there is this great approach. You can do early axe kick, you can do later axe kick, you can just do a jump in, or you can stay on the ground. And that kind of stuff is going to be tough to deal with. At the same time, Dictator has such fantastic pressure and is able to do so much damage, and Seth just can't really survive that kind of stuff. So it could be a fast one on that side.
Yeah, you're taking a look at what Seth may have on defense, right? Frame normal,
sure.
Uppercut.
I mean,
still a couple of risks, though.
All the tools, just not the life.
What's funny is I think about Seth, I always kind of think that they have the worst health in the game just because I'm inclined to believe it, considering the previous iteration. But even so, thinking about the defensive options, Bison could easily blow that up, right?
Sure.
Frame trap monster, by the way. When you talk about the math, this character also has it when it comes to the medium buttons that he has, specifically medium punch. But one of the biggest things that move him forward, Psycho Axe. That is a killer. That is a button killer.
So we just saw jump back jab. Again, that air to air is really important for Bison. There, it is super important to see the interruption. Medium into heavy spin kick plus on block if you block, but you don't need to. You can interrupt. And so I love that he went right back to it just to test. Are you really going to do this consistently?
He's going to try to get away with it. You can't keep getting away with it. Just got
away with it. That's it. Rasec's still doing okay. Look at that gray life, by the way. Sol trying to just wait it out.
That really hampered the approach from Sol. To be honest with you, that's the most I've seen him sit back and chill.
He just got caught on the dash. I don't think that was afterward. Okay. Again, the gray life is killer.
He could have switched sides. He could have spent the trigger to switch sides. That is so sick. Press it. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
I love that conversion. That's so smart, too. Yeah, nobody ever expects it. That wasn't even a punish, right? I mean, like...
Oh, he touched the fireball. Yes. And that is one of the ways you can activate into the follow-ups on that trigger.
And that's not safe, by the way.
You just got to know. Yeah. You just got to be the best.
That's all it takes?
You just got to do the best.
No problem.
Easy.
No problem at all. Checking with the low medium kicks a lot. Sol is looking to kind of spend the critical, I feel like, off of that low medium kick, if he can get it. But Rasec, I think, knows. I think he has that information down pat. No anti-air is available. It's so difficult to. You can't do it against Seth as much. No interruption again! Ran into the Hekatonkeries. Forward throw now.
He is occasionally doing the lighter version, so it's not like he's always doing roundhouse. But man, he is oftentimes doing roundhouse. And this is a character in Dictator who's got solutions.
A little bit of an awkward exchange there. Rasec.
Yeah. That's happened twice now where we've seen stand medium kick and it's been punished by sweep, which is fantastic if that actually is a whiff punish.
Oh. Doing a bit of a test.
Combo it!
Into that.
Yikes.
I wonder if we get a Psycho Axe off of that. I think there was like a little bit more.
Follow up. There it is.
That's not too bad. The more hits he takes, the stronger he will be. SolVNG, excuse me.
What? You tried to steal the biggest turn?
You saw a misstep there. There was an axe kick earlier.
Look at the time now. 16 on the clock, 15 on the clock. Sol's in trouble. He's got a ton of resources, but he's got to make it happen now.
Oh, he's just chilling. Rasec knows it too. He's just going to sit there and block. Take another throw.
Yeah, can he do that?
Rise. Oh, good block. 2-1. It's over.
Yeah, okay. Whew. Barely survives, but that's fine.
I didn't realize we're using one of the Street Fighter League stages for Japan. The Taiyo Holdings. Nice work. Forward steers. Gets the corner carry. The V shift out of there. Getting out of the potential mix that Sol wanted to put him in. Rasec now trying to get back into mid-screen slowly but surely. We saw the counter poke attempt from medium punch, or medium kick, I should say.
Oh, what a catch. Sol's going to be able to almost build it.
No check on the dash. Rasec gets away scot-free. Activation off of the sweep. Very common. Woo! How many turns has he stolen?
Yeah.
He got blown up once.
Yeah.
By the way.
But that was like the second interaction. Oh, escape! And directly into super. Oh, man.
You're dead.
I think so.
You don't even need like the V-trigger extra damage. Tendon engine, you know it. Off of 2 hits, you definitely know it. SolVNG up 1 game against Rasec. A little bit of a slow start, I feel like, for Rasec in general, right? He hasn't really had moments where he's shown off what he can do. There was only one instance where he racked up a ton of gray life, which is like one of the biggest things that Bison can do successfully, is rack up all that damage via ways of blocking and get that kind of advantage over in the corner as well. But that hasn't really stopped Sol from doing what he wants to do.
That said, I don't feel like Rasec is too far away from making this happen. If you were to challenge Button into Roundhouse Tatsu a little bit more often, I feel like he'd have blown up a lot of the plus strength situations that have ended up in him taking a lot of damage while dealing a lot of damage versus Seth.
I keep forgetting about that. That instance where there's so many moments where it's like, no, you have your time.
Yeah, he has.
It's true.
Oh, big stolen turn. Love
well,
it.
Now he's giving Sol a taste of his own medicine,
he's moving.
right?
Oh, wow, okay. Tippy tip of the crouching strong.
Want to make sure everything was okay. Rasec now with life lead. And this is where Sol gets to slow down again, or is forced to slow down again, but still moving forward. Man, that could have been a big punish.
Yeah, way too far away. For the grab. Look, that said, Rasec in control in terms of life.
Ooh. How many times has that happened? I think there's been so many instances where Sol has been called out for jumping against the fireball. And that's a classic strategy, too, with Bison having to do, like, you know, the stomps to counter any sort of jumps. You just got to react to it. Huh. Word.
Follow up, surely, yes. Wow, a trade? Interesting.
We'll take that.
I wonder what button he pressed. I'd love to know.
So that was standing medium kick against
medium,
the spin
okay.
kick.
Okay, yeah.
So within range.
So Rasec with the round. And again, I didn't feel like there was that much of a barrier between him and taking the W here. SolVNG didn't really do medium into Roundhouse Tatsu. In fact, when he was up close, he did... Okay, nice. Yeah, right, he did...
Oh,
that was the medium one! Let's go. He's blowing it up now.
Was it the medium one? Oh,
it wasn't Roundhouse.
I didn't get to see the way he spun. Oh, boy. It's Mag Cradle. In hot pursuit, that's going to be just fine for Rasec. He does have enough life to get himself another V-trigger regardless. But the stun was the biggest factor. Yeah, sit him down. Heavy normals. Chip away. Look at the gray life adding up. Keep him contained. What happens now? Ooh, that could have been
hoping for offensive knockdown V-Rev. Look at this pressure. Yes.
Had to do it. That's the second time Sol had to spend a V-reversal in that situation.
Oh!
That is ginormous. Enough! It's more than enough, I think. Either way, last hit. Now it's going to be last round potentially. SolVNG on match point.
Sol did make the change of pressuring differently with crouching strong, then not Roundhouse Tatsu. Like his offense did look different last time.
What a call out!
There have been so few EX scissors at that range. That might have been the first.
I think you're right. I don't recall seeing any of that before.
Yeah.
Oh, and we haven't seen that either.
No.
Another jump out, big reset, and benefit for Sol though. Immediate enough. Now the V reversal comes out, which is totally fine. Just resetting the situation. Big counter hit conversion. And I love, man, the choice of V skill 2 brings it to the corner so fast. And more consistently. Oh, you could Sol EX uppercut after that. Didn't matter. SolVNG, being the rush down fiend that he is, takes it against Rasec. Rasec falling short to another similar archetype.
So, yeah, I mean, the changes that Rasec made in that round where he did win were just adapted to almost instantly by SolVNG. Different pressure right away. different spots right away, V-reversaling out of Rasec's offense right away. Just very, very quick at making the changes that he needed to make. Shout outs to SolVNG. Moving on.
Yeah, again, there was an instance where we were talking about how often the roundhouse spin kick wasn't being punished. There was a moment where Rasec actually tried to, just a little bit too late, and it sucks that it happened towards the end of his run. I would have loved to see that being in contention a little bit more, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, man. If you haven't been able to do it prior, like testing it out, like you have to try it out a couple of times, just a little bit earlier.
It also doesn't need to be crouching strong, right? This is a character with a free frame. That light kick could have come out instead.